Greetings, vinyl community. This is Jason with Jason's Vinyl Lab, and it has been quite some time. 8, 9, 10 months, I'm not really sure. 9 months, I think. I want to give you guys an update as well as a ranking video. But first, the reason why I haven't made a video in so long, since May, that is when, as some of you know, my wife started having problems with her heart. She got rushed to the hospital, went in the ambulance. There was a lot of tests going on for a long time. Nobody can seem to figure out what was going on. It was very frustrating. Long story short, we eventually narrowed it down to where she was having a bunch of mini seizures, which is somehow causing her heart to race randomly. She would wake up in the middle of the night, sometimes heart really racing for no reason. It took a long time, a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety. Not fun at all. But we're glad we finally found that out. They have her on medicine now. She's taking like 3 or 4 different medications, and it seems to be under control. Thank you, God. I wanted to get that out of the way first. I just really haven't been in the mood to make videos or do much of a lot of different things because my attention has been towards my wife and figuring out what was going on and praying that she would get better. So, my apologies for my long absence. Now, today's video, I'm going to do my first ever ranking video. This is going to be, this has been done probably 10 million times by 10 million people, but I'm going to go ahead and do my version because this is my first video back and I couldn't really think of much else to do at the moment. But now that everything's under control, my schedule's back normal, my wife's health is under control, I'm going to go ahead and do a Metallica ranking video. So I'm going to count it as 12 studio albums. Full disclosure, I'm going to count Garage Incorporated as one of the albums. The reason why, there's 2 main reasons. When Metallica reissued all of their albums through Walmart, through the exclusive Walmart variants, Garage Incorporated was included in that. So all what we would normally consider their 11 studio albums all have a Walmart variant, as well as Garage Incorporated. And the other thing is, when it first released, they kind of treated it like an album. They had a couple of singles. They did a tour behind it. That being said, I'm only going to count the 11 new songs, and by new songs, the album's over 25 years old now, but when I say new songs, the songs that were recorded specifically for Garage Incorporated. All of the other songs that were previously had been recorded before that, like Garage Days and the B-sides from Justice and Ride the Lightning and Black Album and that kind of stuff, the Motorhead covers, those are not being taken into consideration at all. I will tell you, if I was taking those in consideration, the album would be higher on the list than where I have it. So, and I don't have, another thing, I don't have one of the albums. That's going to be the album that's going to be ranked dead last at number 12. If I can ever find it for $10 or less, $10 or less, I will probably pick it up. It's not worth me paying full price for. To me, it's a budget album. But, they're a legendary band. Every band's entitled to have their version of that album. You probably already know what it is. All right, so without further ado, number 12, the one I don't have, Saint Anger. I'm sure there was a 99% chance you already knew that. That being said, there is some riffs on the album that I like. It does got some good riffs from James. Unfortunately, the drums, that trash can sound and no guitar solos. You could tell the band was going through turmoil at the time, with Jason quitting and James going back to rehab, and they really, and Bob Rock filling in on bass. At some point, they should have just thrown the whole thing away, waited till they got their new bass player, started over from scratch. That would have been their best bet. I realized that their previous studio album before that was Reload, which came out in 97. St. Anger came out 2003. It was already a 6-year wait. If they had done what I think they should have done, it might have been another 2 more years. But it would have been a much better album, in my opinion. But, you know, it had to be somewhere, so it's last. That is number 12, St. Anger. I don't have it. Number 11 is going to be Load. Now, this is the only album I have that's not on any kind of color variant. It's only on black variant. At the time when it was at Walmart, I just didn't have the money for it, or there was other things I needed, other things going on. I never got it. To this day, it hasn't been reissued yet. It's kind of a dark day in this world when you can go to Walmart today and pick up a copy of Ride the Lightning or Master of Puppets for $24, whatever it is. But to get Load on the Walmart exclusive, you're going to pay $80 on the aftermarket. No, not happening. So screw it. I just got this black cover, black variant. It's good enough for me. There are some good songs on here. Between the two like albums, Load and Reload, by far my favorite song would be Bleeding Me. I really do dig Bleeding Me. 8 Mile Bitch, yeah, it's okay. Until It Sleeps it's decent. King Nothing it's okay. Hero of the Day, Poor Twisted Me, it's alright. Wasting My Hate is decent. There's some decent songs. Mama Said, I am a fan of Mama Said, I do like that. And then finally you got Thorn Within, Ronnie, and The Outlaw Torn. The Outlaw Torn is decent. There is a longer version. It's called The Unencumbered by Manufacturing Restrictions, something like that. There's a CD single of it. To the best of my knowledge, it does not exist on vinyl at all, unless it's a bootleg. But it's the same song, with just, it goes on like a minute longer. Guitar solo at the end. So other than that, it's no big deal. I do have the CD single somewhere. Don't know exactly where it is. It's in the house somewhere. But that is Load at number 11. Number 10, as you are probably guessing, would be Reload. Now, between the two, I do like Reload a little bit more. I do have the Walmart variant of this. What is it called? Poor Twisted Orange? I can't remember. Or maybe that was the Load one was called Poor Twisted Orange, and this one's called I don't remember. They both look kind of similar anyway. But this one got a couple more songs in it that I like. Even though Bleeding Me, between the two albums, Bleeding Me was my favorite overall. This one, you got Fuel, which is good. Memory Remains, which kind of stinks. Devil's Dance, that's decent. The Unforgiven 2, why? Better Than You, it's okay. Slither, Corptine Baby, that's decent. You got Bad Seed, Where the Wild Things Are, Prince Charming, don't really care for any of those. Low Man's Lyric, that would be my second favorite song between the two albums, which is on here. Attitude and Fixer. So, I would give both these albums probably a 6 out of 10. Each album is on 2 LPs. However, Load has 14 songs, Reload has 13 songs. If you took the best 5 songs from each album, it made one album with just 10 songs, 1 LP. It might be a 7.5 out of 10. But it's you know the expression, all killer, no filler. Well, this is mainly filler, 1 killer, and some decency. Not amazing. But that was number 10, Reload. Coming in at number 9, the album that sold the most, that really put them on the map more than anything. This would be 12, 11, number 9. This would be the Black Album. We all know it. This is the Walmart variant on the Mart Black, called, what was it called? Some kind of black or something, blacker, I don't know. It's smoky black. It's basically clear with a lot of black smoke in it. I think when Ron Haggerty made his video, he said this would be a perfect 5 EP album or something like that. There's more than 5 songs that I like. This one's got some really good songs on here. This one, let's see here. Enter Sandman. I do like the opening. The first minute of Enter Sandman is really good. You know, that way it opens up and then go boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I love that. Sad but True. That's good. I do love Holier Than Thou. That's my favorite of side A. The Unforgiven I love. Wherever I May Roam. That's really good. Don't Tread on Me. That's good. Most of these songs are really good. They're just not great. So I would say they're very good. As far as great songs, let's see. Nothing Else Matters. I would classify that as great. That is a song, actually. When I get to my 25th wedding anniversary, I would love to have that as the song. There's a video on YouTube of a couple getting married. That's their opening song. They're coming down these 2 stairs towards each other. Really awesome. Of Wolf and Man. That's close to great. The God That Failed. That's good. Here we go. My Friend in Misery. That is a fantastic song. That's by far my favorite song on the album, Misery. And then finally, The Struggle Within. So all these songs are really good. Misery is the one I would say is really great. And that and Nothing Else Matters. No bad songs on here. They're all really good. So, but that's number 9, the Black Album. You know what? I changed my mind. It's going to be number 8. This is going to be number 9. So I just changed my mind. I'm sorry. So the real number 9, the album I decided to include that nobody else does, Garage Incorporated. This is on that, which, why they call it this, Fade to Blue, obviously named after Fade to Black, which is one of their original songs. Why they would call it that, considering this is a cover album, you know, they could have done like, you know, It's Electric. They could have called it Electric Blue. It's Electric Blue or something. That would have made more sense. But like I said, I'm not counting the previous ones. So I'm only counting the first 11 songs, which I'm not really a big fan of any of them. Free Speech is It's Electric is okay. Sabracadabra, Turn the Page, that's okay. I don't mind that one. I'm not as good as the original, but and usually when Metallica does a cover, I prefer their cover. But in this case, Turn the Page, I prefer the original. See, Die, no. Lover Man, no. Merciful Fate, that one I really like. The Merciful Fate medley. Astronomy is okay. Whiskey in the Jar, that one's decent. They had a video for that one. And The More I See. So nothing that really stands out. And then, of course, the other 16 songs are ones that had already been recorded. If I were taking those 16 songs into consideration, this would be at least 2 slots higher. But that's going to be my number 9, not the Black Album. So I'll just go ahead and say the Black Album is my number 8. All right. Number 7. Right? Yeah. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Yeah. Number 7. Go away. That's my cat. He's whining. This is going to be the most recent release, 72 Seasons. This is going to be the Metallica website exclusive on that. Very similar to the Black Album. Kind of a smoky black variant. A little bit more clear than a Black Album, but basically the same kind of design. I did buy the Indie exclusive, which is on purple vinyl, and the Walmart exclusive, which is, of course, on the that yellowish green vinyl. As you know, I did do that giveaway. That was the last video I made. I combined them, so my copy is going to have one purple and one yellow LP. And the person who won it, Happy, the hippie vinyl guy, Rod, same thing. So, but This one I kept the way it is since it is a Metallica website exclusive. On here, I haven't listened to this in a while. I have to re-listen to it again. But, all right, 72 Seasons, which is good. Shadows Fall, I do like that one. Screaming Suicide, that one's okay. Sleepwalk My Life Away, that one's decent. You Must Burn. Lux Eterna, which is fast-paced, that one's good. Crown of Barbed Wire, Chasing Light, and If Darkness Had a Sun. Barbed Wire's okay. Too Far Gone I like. Room of Mirrors, and Immorta. Immorta is good, but man, does it go on forever. What was it, like 11 and a half minutes long, something like that? I'm not a guy that hates long songs. I appreciate long songs when they make sense, when it flows well, but that song just goes on too long. Maybe cut it in half. But that was number 7, 72 Seasons. Number 6, we are going to have their comeback album, Death Magnetic. Now this is on that Walmart exclusive silverish vinyl. I forgot the exact name of it. Let me see if I have the hype sticker. Yeah, magnetic silver vinyl. There's like no really cool, well, there is some marble in here, silver with silver marble. Kind of looks like a wrinkled gray shirt pressed on a vinyl, I guess. But, you know, whatever. I dig it. This one has some really cool songs on here. Let's see here. All right, That Was Just Your Life. I do like that. The end of the line, that's a good one. Broken, Beaten, Scarred. That's a fantastic song. I do like that. The Day That Never Comes, really good. All Nightmare Long, which is actually featured at a WrestleMania back in 2009, I think. I think it was WrestleMania. Cyanide, I can do with that. That's okay. The Unforgiven 3, you know, One Unforgiven was good enough. The Judas Kiss, that was okay. Suicide and Redemption, that's decent. And then finally, a fantastic closer with The Apocalypse. That is a great song. So how many was that? I think that was number 6. Yeah, that was number 6 with 72 seasons. 72 seasons. All right, number 5 is going to be Hardwired to Self-Destruct. Now, I do not have the Walmart exclusive of this. This is on colored vinyl, though. This is the deluxe edition. Reason why I didn't buy the Walmart exclusive is because the album, in my opinion, was not good enough to warrant having 2 copies of. The deluxe edition did come with a bunch of pins, which I just keep in the pouch that it came in. I'm not really, no, I'm too old for that. You know, I'll be 48 next month, so no need for that. It did come with this bonus CD, which had some live material and some covers that had been recently recorded, like Ronnie Rising Medley. That's good. When a Blind Man Cries, really like that song. They should have put these cover songs on. And then finally, the Maiden cover, Remember Tomorrow, really good. That's you know, I'm going to give a slight advantage to the original, but it's a really good cover. Reason why, I'm going to show you in a second, they had plenty of room to put these on vinyl. The vinyl version does come with a bonus 3rd LP, which is the coolest looking LP. This red, really blood red with black smoke in it. It's a 12-inch 33. It's got 2 damn songs. You could have fit those 3 cover songs in here and made this an EP. That would have been fantastic. But this has Lords of Summer, and then a live version of, that's Lords of Summer there, a live version of the title track, Hardwired. It was recorded in Memphis. That's it. So you got this full 12-inch LP with a whole lot of dead wax. And it's beautiful. Absolutely stunning the way this record came out. They should have put those 3 cover songs on here. Why they didn't, I don't know. This is what the jacket for the bonus LP looks like. Everything has its own jacket. I don't have a regular vinyl version that has like the gatefold because I bought the deluxe edition. All right. And then that would be the third bonus LP. Now this is disc 2. So we're going to look at disc 1 of the this, which comes on. It's hard to tell on video. It might look black, I don't know, but it's a dark blue with had like a black swirl in there. Really nice. Really like the way that one came out. And we'll show you the disc 2, and then we'll talk about a couple of the songs that I like or don't like. The regular, if you buy the regular version, it came in a number of colors. Like I said, there was the Walmart exclusive, which was called Flame Orange. There was one that was made for the year it came out for breast cancer on pink vinyl. I wouldn't mind getting that version. There is a red vinyl version and then a limited edition green vinyl, which does go for a pretty penny. That one only had like 200 copies, I think. And this is just a second disc on yellow marbled vinyl. Almost kind of similar to what 72 Seasons is on, if you get the Walmart version. But that was disc 2. And then there were some bonus like lithographs that came with it. Yeah, you got these different, I guess there were inserts. I just kind of took them out. But there's the third one. You know, nothing really fancy. Here is the lithographs. Obviously, there's James. Pretty sure that's Kirk. Rob. And then Lars. So that is the deluxe edition of Hardwired. A waste of space on that third LP. Like I said, that really should have just been those 3 cover songs. Should have been on that bonus LP. All right, so you got Hardwired, which is good. Atlas Rise, that's a really good one. Now That We're Dead, that's okay. Moth into a Flame, that's really good. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but there was a live version at the Grammys in 2017, which they did with Lady Gaga, who I really do not like, but she did a fantastic job on that version. Am I Savage? That's okay. Halo on Fire, I like. Confusion, I can do without. Dream No More is good. Man Unkind, that's good. Here Comes Revenge, Murder One. Then finally, the best song on the whole album would be Spit Out the Bone. Fantastic album closer. All right, getting into the top 4. At number 4, the debut, Kill 'Em All. I do, again, have this on Jump in the Fire Engine Red, kind of a weird name. I don't feel like, well, I guess I'll pull it out a little bit so you can get a better look of it. That's really cool. Then you got, such songs as this is a fantastic song. Production woes aside. This might be a little bit higher if not for the production problems, but you got the Hit the Lights, fantastic opener. The Four Horsemen, which obviously, as you know, would be on the first Megadeth album known as The Mechanics. Motor Breath, Jump in the Fire. You got Anesthesia, mainly a bass solo, but instrumental. And Whiplash, that would be side 1. Fantastic. My favorite on there would probably be Jump in the Fire. So it's 6 songs on side 1. They're a little bit shorter. Songs on side 2 a little bit longer, so there's only 4. Phantom Lord, No Remorse, Seek and Destroy, and Meta Militia. Meta Militia would be my favorite song on the entire album. Then Phantom Lord, No Remorse, fantastic songs. That is number 4. The songs are great. Production, not so great. Number 3, this might be a little controversial. A lot of people would pick this as their favorite. Not I. This is going to be Ride the Lightning. I do have the electric blue, which looks really nice. And then, of course, you got here For Whom to, or Fight Fire with Fire. Really great opener. Not my favorite, though. Ride the Lightning is good. For Whom the Bells Tolls. Fade to Black. You got Trapped Under Ice. Escape. I could do without. Apparently, Metallica felt like they can do without. Creeping Death. And The Call of Cthulhu. Now, even though this is not my favorite Metallica album, that is my favorite Metallica instrumental. All right, moving on to number 2, And Justice for All. And I do have, they call this Dyer's Green. I think they should have called it Money Green. That's just my opinion. But it looks really cool on the turntable. This song, in my opinion, if you take off Eye of the Beholder, then you shortened To Live Is to Die, cut that down to about half, get rid of Eye of the Beholder, and maybe take away maybe a minute of the title track. Just be a perfect 1 LP album. You fix the mix, you do those things, this potentially has the could be the greatest album ever made. Fix the mix, take off Eye Beholder, and shorten those 2 songs by a little bit. It would be the perfect album. There would be no matching it. But as it stands, when it was played live back in the day, sounded much better. Blackened, amazing opener. Title track, of course, which is, I think, goes on just a little too long. Again, I like long songs if they're done right. This is 9 minutes and 45 seconds long. I don't think it should be cut a lot off. I would cut it down to maybe 8 minutes and 30 seconds. It just goes on, drags on a little bit too long in the beginning, in my opinion. And then towards the middle, maybe take off like 30, 40 seconds off in the beginning, 30, 40 seconds off in the middle, boom. Eye of the Beholder, which I can do without. One, amazing ballad. The Shorter Straw, fantastic. Harvester of Sorrow, probably my second favorite song on there. Frayed Ends of Sanity. That's another long song, but I don't have a problem with that one. And then you got To Live Is to Die, and then Dyer's Eve. Dyer's Eve overall is my favorite song on the album. You know, Justice is when they were at their most aggressive. That's when they were at their musical peak as far as their ability to play. It just didn't have a good mix. It's produced well enough, but the mix is bad. You all know the story behind the bass. And it just drags on a little bit too long. It's too long to be on one record. Not quite long enough to be on 2 records, so you have a bunch of dead wax. That's why I think you should cut those 2 songs down just by a little bit. Get rid of Eye of the Beholder. Boom, one LP album, perfect. And then finally, as it stands, this is what I call the greatest album of all time. The greatest piece of music ever written. The perfect album. Master of Puppets. Now, just because I say something's perfect doesn't mean nothing can be improved upon. It just means it doesn't need to. It could be certain that I will concede that Fade to Black is better than Sanitarium. But when you listen to Sanitarium, you can tell how they matured from Ride the Lightning to this album. That down picking, that is so hard. I don't think they had the talent yet or the ability yet to play a song like Sanitarium when they were recording Ride the Lightning. Still, Fade to Black is a little bit more of an enjoyable song. And I will admit that Call of Cthulhu is a little more enjoyable than Orion. I love Orion. Again, same thing. You can tell how they matured, improved upon their abilities, became more talented. So this one has Battery, Master of Puppets, which is amazing. Probably of all their title tracks, that's probably the best one. The greatest song ever made. It's a thing that should not be. You got Sanitarium, which is great. I guess Faded Black's a little bit better. Still a fantastic song. Disposable Heroes, amazing song. That's probably my my favorite song on the album. Leper Messiah, which is great. I do love Orion, but like I said, Cthulhu, just a little better. And then the weakest song on here, Damage Incorporated, but even that is a great song. So, perfect album. Like I said, there are little things here and there that could be made better. Doesn't have to be, though. Still the greatest album ever made. All right, well, my friends, that is it. My goodness, over 30 minutes long. Very, very long video. I do apologize for that, but I had to talk about my wife for a few minutes, and I look forward to making more videos really soon. Until then, I'll see you all later. Good night, and God bless.